And 5, 4. Hello everyone, Jonathan Real Chandor here, and before we get started, I would like to apologize for the delay between my tutorials. There's a couple of reasons between my health, having a visitor from out of state, and of course this particular topic being a kind of controversial one. Talking about boarding and capturing enemy ships. Now, the controversial part is this is the most lucrative way to make money without gaining XP. In other words, before you reach level 2, you can have amassed a lot of money. A lot of money. Compared to trading, compared to mining, compared to gas collecting, you're going to be making a whole lot of credits and making almost no headway in levels. Meaning by the time you're level 5, you'll be set for life. So we're going to start with a new game. And we're going to go with the engineer because they are by far the best ship capturing class. Going to use a Taurus. It's got a nice 22 crew. Nice good start for your early game against those 12 crew Lyras. Apologize for my speaking. And yeah, this should hopefully help people that have had trouble boarding ships, capturing them, and making the big bucks. Now, a common misconception is that the money comes from the ship. The money comes from the weapons on the ship.
War.
I'm going to explain this as we go to Vigo, because if we look at the map, there's only one mission. We want more than that, so we're going to go to Vigo.
Yes,
we also need troopers. You start the game with no troopers. 0. This is to fix a bug from early beta.
Report heavy long-range chatter. New missions are available.
Now we have troopers. One thing you want to look for is anything that increases your trooper strength. So if we look at our skills and perks here, this is the skill we're going to be leveling up as we go. You might not think it's going to help, but that is immensely powerful. That is Life Support Sabotage, and in perks, Field Commander. And any officers you can get that give that same bonus will help you immensely in ship capturing. I think that goes up to, let's see here, probably around 12, maybe 18%. I'll check it out another file just to be sure, but yeah, it will help as you level up. So we've got our troopers. We're going to double check that. Yep, we got 22 troopers. Now there's a Pegasus that always spawns in this sector, but we're more interested in a Lyra. And this is going to force it to spawn by accepting that mission, and I think he may have just spawned a little sooner than I wanted, so let's get over there quick.
Affirmative. Engines on overdrive.
Now here's the hard part.
Of hostiles in the area.
We're in friendly territory. Trinity does not like any of these pirates. And, oh wait, they're being distracted by him, so we might have a chance at catching this guy. You want to get nice and close.
Aye, Captain. All batteries fire at will.
Now I find beam weapons to be extremely effective for capturing enemy ships. Begin boarding now. And hope enemy ship, our allies don't... Okay, yeah, he's ours. Now, ally ships should not fire on him because he's got no troopers on board. As you can see, they stopped. Now, we're still losing troopers because that is the... There you go. Now, you're probably wondering why that was so easy. First trick get your enemy's hull really low. We're talking 10% or under. The lower the enemy's hull, the weaker their troopers are.
Yes, sir. Grappling target.
Now, since we're just going for straight money, we're leaving everything on this ship. We're going to head straight back to Vigo.
Affirmative.
Early
Setting
game.
course. Rerouting all power
Oh,
to
I forgot to do
engines.
this. I'm sorry. Is that turret mode? Now, early game, you can go PTE with your grappler engaged. But yeah, that capture was nice and easy because I got his hull really, really low, and then
Unfriendly
just
target
rapid
acquired.
fire sent my troopers over.
Frequencies are busy. New missions are offered.
Now that's a straight 82k. Just sell it, we don't care what he had on him. Now as you can see, our XP is still extremely low. Now that's a ship I never try to capture because he spawns right in the middle of death. But now to get back to what I was saying, there's a misconception about where the money comes from when capturing ships. People think it's the ships themselves. No. Where you're getting the money from is when they have items like a Razor 3, a Ripper 3, a Plasmatic 3. That's where the money comes from. That's worth 2 million credits. When you sell something, you get 25% of the base value for systems. So if we do the math here, which I can't do in my head, I apologize. I'm going to quickly grab my calculator here. We got 2 million times 0.25. That's 500,000 credits if they have a Plasmatic 3. That is a huge chunk of money, and these early ships can have those weapons. The Lyra itself is worth about 57,000 credits. And when you sell a ship, it's only worth 20% of the buy value. So early game, where all that money's coming from, most of the time, are these guys right here. The weapons they have. That is where you're getting your huge chunks of change from. Now, we did not lose that many troopers, if I remember correctly, but we only lost half of them. We're already up to 93k. And there's another assassination mission over here, so let's go head over that way and get that guy.
Available power to engines.
Now, I did not pay attention, which is a bad thing. You want to make sure you take assassination missions that are only positive rep early game. Otherwise, you will find yourself in a very bad spot. And I mean a very bad spot. As every faction will hate you and there is nowhere to sell anything.
Sensors are picking up
Luckily he's
hostiles in the
Frontier,
vicinity.
so this will be a positive rep. There is an allied, well, not really allied, but there is a friendly ship nearby. He's going for him. This could be bad. Okay, he's definitely using some kind of plasma.
Engaging automated protocols. All weapons on auto mode.
Now the first trick is to try and get him to use his hull repair item as soon as possible, which he has, and he will use it. Or not.
Roger that, sir.
Let's start our boarding now.
Transporting.
Now this is going to be a
Hostile
tricky... Now,
target eliminated.
see, that's the problem when you have friendly ships
Mission complete.
or ships that hate the enemy you're trying to capture in the area. It's not always going to work. And I think we lost troopers doing that. Yeah, not many though. I know, it sounds extremely heartless, but troopers are a dime a dozen this game. Still in combat. Now I apologize for the relative length of this tutorial because, well, boarding ships is not an easy process.
Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power.
especially if you're new to the game. And this is one of the dangers of capturing ships in a sector with a station. As you can see, security is everywhere. Not only is there a station here, there's the home planet of the Trinity Free States, so. Now, let's talk about other ways to improve capturing enemy ships. We already covered trooper strength, lowering your enemy's hull. You're probably wondering, there's gotta be more, right? There's gotta be better, or not just better, but more ways to do this. And yes, there is. Get enhancements that increase your trooper capacity on transport. The more you send over at a time, the more effective your troopers are. Right now we're sending over 10. So if we got ourselves, say, a Locust 2, that should increase it to 13. We're going to grab that. Yep, we're now sending 13 troopers over per transport. Our trooper strength is still baseline, but that in and of itself will help immensely. Now, when you're starting out, probably the best place to go to capture enemy ships is right over here. It's still a low-level area. Enemy ships have a chance to spawn naturally. And missions can appear here that are capture, assassination, rescue. Just the whole gamut of missions can appear. Now, unfortunately, since that last ship died, I got a huge chunk of XP. And that's one thing we're trying to avoid. When you're capturing ships, you're avoiding experience. I know, it sounds kind of weird. But sometimes it'll happen. You can't control other ships. And I mean, there's a message out to kill those people. So of course they're going to be going for him too. Like right now, he's immediately going to gun it for this guy. And that's a cruiser. He's going to kill this poor Lyra in a second. Now we can try waiting until he leaves the area. Or at least gets further away, which he's doing now. But the longer we wait, the more ships that get into the sector. And we have no control over whether those will be neutral like that, ally, or enemy. And that's a problem. Space is alive, people. As you can see, we're getting a lot more blue dots, so we're just going in. Success is never assured when capturing ships. This is supposed to be a difficult task.
Hostiles confirmed in sensor radius.
Okay, he's already in mid-fight, it looks like, so we're going to watch a bit. See what happens here. Looks like he might win this one. Okay. Never commit yourself to a fight that you're not sure of. Okay, we saw him wreck that other ship, so we want to be careful.
Enemy ship destroyed.
And I held down fire too long. I could have had him too. He was a capture, but I did not hit my auto fire fast enough. Okay, that has a chance to give us enemy ships, but we don't want it. There's another assassination, but there's a station in that sector, so we don't want to take it, so let's hover around here a bit. Let's just hover. Actually, we can go one more sector down. No, there's a station there. See, that's part of the problem, is you're looking for sectors without stations. Is there a station here? I swear there is. We'll check.
Sir. Acquiring new coordinates. Affirmative. Engines on overdrive.
Sectors with stations have more security than sectors without stations. This is basically where we're going with this. This tutorial is looking really bad right now, but that's because I don't usually do the capture ship method. I used to do it a lot, and in testing I found some results that I was not pleased with. Oh yeah, he's definitely not one we're gonna want to go after. Let's, we might have a chance to get that guy though, because he's far away from the station, so we're actually gonna go for that guy. Did it really not just give me a waypoint? I think it just did. Let's...
Affirmative. Changing course.
No, it's there. Okay, it was hiding. Okay, yeah. Sometimes your waypoint can hide on you. It's weird like that. If you're ever at a loss to find it though, just do that. You'll get sent right where you want to go. Now, I suggest going with beam weapons because you have the most control over the damage they do when you're capturing ships. You can actually watch as their health bar goes down little by little, as opposed to a plasma weapon or a railgun, in which you see it get chunked down instead of melted down.
Hostiles confirmed in sensor
Yeah, he's
radius.
nice and fairly alone here, so... No, wait, he's going for someone else. That's never a good sign.
Communications report
There's
heavy
dreadnoughts in
long-range
this
chatter.
sector.
New missions are available.
However, he is
Yes,
shooting
sir.
at us,
Fire
so...
at will command executed.
Is he healing? Yep, you see he's healing now. We want to wait for that to wear off. Because... we'll be sending troopers over to their death. We sent them now. Now we
Initiate
start the
boarding
boarding
protocols.
and hope no one shoots him. Shit. I hear someone shooting at him. Or shooting at me. I can't tell. Okay, the shooting should stop if it's at him. And, yep, he's ours. And he looked like he was shooting plasmatics, so this should
Field
be a
commander
nice,
reports they've captured the target.
good capture.
Mission complete. I activating grappler.
Combat lasts for a while after you're in it, so
Affirmative. Changing
just
course.
kinda gotta wait on that.
Executing PTE protocols.
So, capturing ships is a calculated risk sort of scenario. You go for the ones you think you can get. You don't know you can get them, but you think you can get them. You don't always have to get their health as low as I do. And as you can see, huge money over the last one. And my guess is he had a plasmatic 2 or something like that. So already we are up to 275,000 credits. Like I said, best way to make money in the game by far. Get ourselves some troopers. Place what you lose. And let's see here. That's just a habit of mine to turn on
Transferring all available
relations.
power to engines.
It's not something you gotta do. Now there's like a huge area around here where it's like barren space. Like over here I think maybe might have no one. Now with this Taurus you can capture an enemy corvette. You just gotta find one with low enough troopers. There's guides on the Steam guide list about where to find certain ships, and generally where you find ships is where you will, well, where you find to buy them is where you'll find them to capture them.
Frequencies are busy. New missions are offered.
In fact, here's a capture mission, custom made for what we're doing. So let's go grab this guy. As you can see, there's already a ship hovering. But is he going to or from? Oh, God, I am so glad we're on normal. Okay. Yes, we're playing normal, so that hero will not attack us. If this were on hard or impossible, that guy would be after us.
Executing PTE protocols.
And you do not want to mess with a hero early on. You can kill them, but I don't recommend it unless you can back it up.
Hostiles confirmed in sensor radius.
Now again, we're going to go for the lower their health. Let them try and heal, and then get them down more. Unless we see an ally start shooting them.
Roger that. Commencing automated firing sequence. Hostile target eliminated.
I did not see that ally shooting him. God damn it. So not only did we get a failed mission. Who was that? Oh! There was no chance. I can't believe you. And again, that's the risk of capturing ships. This tutorial is introducing you not only how to do it, but the risks. So, as we've just seen, there is a hero in the area, so we're just going to kind of go to where this guy's going to spawn and hover there, and wait until we can't see that guy anymore before we accept the mission. This is another method. And yes, you will start cursing allied ships as you're trying to capture pirates, because they're everywhere. They are everywhere. So when you're capturing ships in friendly space, don't expect it to be easy. You can go to enemy space, but it's a lot harder for the fact that the ships are all trying to kill you. Okay, we're basically on top of where we want to be. He's already here. We're the closest thing to him, so he should go straight for us.
Yes, sir. Fire at will command executed.
And he's got a... That looks like a Ripper. We're actually going to start our boarding a little early this time. Show you the difference between higher health and lower health. Ah, right, we can't actually target him. As you can see, we still got him. He's still ours. You don't have to wait for such low health. It's really not a requirement. It's just something I do.
We're getting word.
And there you go.
Captured the target. Mission complete. Activating grappler.
And we just want to take him back to a station. Turn off missions for a second, and we will go.
Affirmative. Setting course. Executing PTE protocols.
And as you can see, the XP we get, I mean, if you want me to give you a direct comparison to other ways of getting money, right now we'd be sitting on top of maybe 100k. And instead we're going to be sitting on a lot of money. Muchos creditos. Now the next ship we're actually going to try and capture without actually damaging the ship. I know, crazy thought. This will show you the difference between a damaged ship and an undamaged ship. Yes, the journey to taking a ship back is a rather long one, but because of how valuable this is, it's an acceptable trip. Now another thing to remember is as you level up, the enemies level up. Once you hit level 5, you'll start running into corvettes as well. And you should be able to capture those with a gunship as long as you play your cards right. And once you hit level 15, you'll be running into destroyers, things like that, which a corvette can capture. It's just all about making sure you get the right ship for the job. Ships meant for capturing will have a lot of cargo, or a lot of cruise space, but low cargo and not the best combat stats, but that's because they're there to capture the enemy ship, not to blow it up. So there's that trade-off too. Okay. He's only worth 90k, so he really didn't have anything good on him. But if we take a look, we're now sitting on top of 369,000 credits. That's, I think, enough to buy us a Corvette once we hit level 5 already. I can't say for sure. Let's take a look at the price of a Corvette. Now look, we're not level 2 yet. There's a Corvette over here somewhere in LaGuardia.
New waypoint confirmed.
So we're actually going to head to LaGuardia real
Executing
quick
PTE protocols.
and give you a little look at why this is considered the preeminent way of capturing or of making money. For anyone that's not entirely sure why. And I word it again because I always forget to hire my troopers. That's my biggest flaw. Alright, my autopilot's being dumb.
Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power.
So LaGuardia's got the closest Corvette we can buy. Sigil's got a battleship. Won't be touching those for a while. Don't trust me, this tutorial isn't going to be that long. It's going to be long. I mean, we've already hit, what? 34 minutes. It's probably my longest tutorial. I apologize. Actually, this isn't a full 34 minutes. I forgot I had to cut earlier due to my own idiocy, but this will probably be a long one. I apologize. Because capturing enemy ships isn't... Now that's a Hamilton shipyard. But that means we're getting close.
Yes, sir. Acquiring new coordinates.
And here's the thing about LaGuardia. When you get to where you can capture frigates, you want to go here. Because they've got an open trade pact with the Directorate, which means Directorate ships will come to LaGuardia space and not be attacked. And if you can capture an El Dorado, you can just hang out here and catch them as you wish. LaGuardia will not interfere with your efforts. Because they're friends with the Directorate. They're friends with you. Do you two have a beef? It's up to you two to figure it out to them. They don't care. And there's a station we're looking for. So this will show us a real grand comparison. Our end goal is to be able to afford a Corvette
We should check the star chart.
by level 5.
New missions are available.
And let's see how much they cost. Remember, this is with numerous failed attempts too. Okay, it's a little more than I thought, but we're already a third of the way there. A third of the way before we're even level 2. Obviously that's not the best one for capturing because it's barely got more troops than what we have. This is much more a combat ship than anything, as you can see. Yeah, this is definitely not one we'll buy for capturing ships. Things you want to look for is high transport capacity if possible. High trooper count. That's really about it. Good grappler beam doesn't hurt. But trooper capacities and trooper count are the two most important things. However, let's take a look at officers. No, no, nothing. So, we are going to head down here. Oh, turn missions off. Now, yeah, we're not going to do missions here because this is actually a high-level area, LaGuardia. Okay, we're going to do something a little crazy. We're going to try and do one right next to
New waypoint confirmed.
a station. This is not easy. This is hard. This is taking ship capturing to a whole new level. Because you're going to have allies trying to blow it up as you're trying to board it. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. What is that fighting going on? Oh. One of the oddities of space. That's Trinity and LaGuardia fighting. Yes, even though they are both alliable to you, they hate each other.
Unfriendly target acquired.
What's that unfriendly target?
Frequencies are
That's
busy.
the El Dorado I
New
was talking
missions are
about.
offered.
We're not going to mess with him. As you can see, he's got way more crew than us. He's got an ally. Luckily, he's a traitor. He has no interest in combat with us. We're just going to continue on our way to our destination. There's only one allied ship nearby. Well, neutral ship. And we're like right on top of the mission now. You're shooting at us? Good. Okay, I can't tell what weapon that is. Railguns really aren't that distinct looking.
Fire at will. Manual targeting disengaged.
We'll just get his whole little loan.
Initiate
Just send him
boarding
over,
protocols.
because, yep, I had a feeling. Make sure you always keep turning your strong side over. And part of it is hoping for good encounters while you're boarding. There is a lot of luck involved. Just in that. He's ours.
Field commander reports they've captured the target.
And we
Mission
can bring him
complete.
here to Sigil.
Yes, sir. Grappling target. Affirmative. Setting course.
As you can see, I barely did any damage that time. Caught him just fine. So like I said, it's just my personal preference to weaken them a lot. You don't need to. And money. Making bank right there. Let's get our troopers back. I know it feels mean, we're just sacrificing these guys by the handful, but it's kinda how it works. That's a patrol mission. There's an assassination.
New waypoint confirmed.
Like I said, we just want to get close to it
All available
and then
power
activate it. So that we spawn as close to the enemy as possible. And autopilot,
Our
stop
shields are
making
weakened.
love to the asteroid, please. Don't trust your autopilot that much. He loves asteroids a lot and stations. Okay, we just had a ship like come right on top of us here, so let's see, who is it and where is he?
Aye, Captain. All batteries fire at will.
Yeah, let's not even damage his
Boarding
hull and see how
underway.
this goes. This is gonna go badly, I assure you. Or not. Holy crap. Okay. So as you can see, you don't even need to damage the enemy ship. I'm sending over enough troopers at a time that I just wrecked them. So, there you go.
Boarding party reports they've
I
succeeded in
just
capturing
now
the
gained
target.
level 2.
Mission complete. Yes, sir. Grappling target.
Let's take this guy to Hamilton, because I want to see what kind
Yes, sir.
of officers
Firing
they're
coordinates.
offering there.
Executing PTE protocols.
I mean, and getting level 2 means life just got easier. Every level we gain capturing ships is just going to get easier because we're going to have more points in the life support sabotage. Now, we could, if we so wanted, take this stuff right off them. But if we do that, that means we gotta sell it ourselves, and we would gain XP for that. Plus, if he had anything that was illegal, the authorities wouldn't exactly be pleased with us. However, you're only towing a ship with contraband, that's perfectly fine. Don't try and figure out why. You'll only hurt your brain. Those shards are going to make us some nice money. So already we know we're making some money just off of those alone. Don't know what weapon he had. Ship itself isn't going to be worth that much. But 116,000 plus 5,700 from his cargo. Putting us up to a healthy 679,000. 2/3 of the way to a Corvette. So as you can see, this is definitely a great way to make money. A great way. That's a nice officer to have. And we're going to take him. Because increased trooper capacity and transporter range. So now let's see how many we're sending over at a time. 14. It's only one more, but one can make all the difference in the world. It's not just the loneliest number. Now the level 1 to 15 range extends way down here, with a couple, like the Hollow is in here and another high level area. But in general, the level 1 to 15 range for doing this stuff extends all the way down to the Trojan Basin, which is eventually where we're going to want to go to get our Corvette, so yeah. Any assassination missions that aren't high level? No. Okay. Now, let's turn it on regions. And this is one way to make missions spawn. Change the region you're in.
Affirmative. Engines on overdrive.
Because new regions means new missions. Each region is in charge of its own mission table, and that is extremely important to remember. And don't always trust your officer that tells you there's new missions. She sometimes gets it wrong. Sometimes. So if you hear her say there's new missions and you don't see new missions, there might not be new missions.
We should check the star chart. New missions are available.
Alright, great now. Same mission. Or no, wait, we got a repair mission. We got a maintenance mission. Sometimes they're subtle like that. So weird, Vorten. So we've already learned we can capture ships without even needing to damage them if they're gunships. So we're already making huge money with no expenditure other than buying troopers. And now we've got our first points in the life support sabotage. So we just target the ship, activate that ability, and then start sending troopers over, and increases our chances by basically 3%, I think it was. Yep, the enemy's troops' effectiveness will be reduced by 3%. Our troopers are at baseline, meaning since we're already capturing ships, it's just going to be easier now. If you wanted to go the pirate route, you could look for friendly Shanghais around this area. We've probably got enough, in fact, let's see, where is our rep now? Yeah, we could easily take that Shanghai, it's just we would have to, you would have to go 2 sectors away. You'd probably have to drag them to LaGuardia and make it through a lot of unfriendly territory. Because the sector you're in and the sectors around you will become hostile to you when you do something like that.
Monitoring comm frequencies revealed new available missions.
Perfect.
Course adjusted.
So, there you have it, really. The secrets to capturing enemy ships. Better trooper strength. The hack skill. And if you're still finding you're having trouble capturing them, lower their health. The lower their hull, the easier they are to capture. I apologize. I really don't want to do another take, so we're just gonna stick with this one. Okay, we should be like right on top. Oh, well, we're a little... Oh, God, no. I don't even know what would spawn. Okay, this is apparently a high-level area, so my apologies. I do not recommend that mission. Not at all. Holy crap, I should have paid attention.
Firing new coordinates. Affirmative. Engines on
Vorten
overdrive.
Prefecture is apparently death. So this is not part of the level 1 to 15 area. Well, it could be. Or no, that's level 18 mission. That's not where we want to be. I want to capture at least one more. And then we can call this, because I want to show you the hack skill in action. The life support sabotage.
Tactical reports of hostiles in the area.
Ooh, wait, what? Ooh. He's ours. He is ours. Hopefully.
Troopers are on target. Commencing deck-by-deck sweep.
As you can see, we already butchered half his troopers. Yeah, he's ours. No damage done. We took him. Now, this is not a guarantee yet. If he gets a critical defense, he could keep his ship. But at this point, I think he's ours.
We've captured a ship, Captain. Hide. Activating grappler.
And we are going to take him to Sigil. Now, actually, let's go down here and see what this officer is. So I do want to show you the better officers for this too. They exist. I promise. So our range went from 350 to 402 on our transporter, so that helps a lot too. When we got that other officer. Now that was a close one, because if you look, we're only going to have, what, 4, maybe 2 troopers left? And I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. 1 trooper left. That was close, but we still got it, without damaging him. And that was 22 versus 16.
New missions are available.
Just to give you an idea. Using the life support sabotage skill. Now there is an equipment called viral torpedoes. They're way too expensive. Don't buy them. Pretend they don't exist. I'm telling you now. Do not get viral torpedoes. They do not help. 5% of 10. No, not worth it. Low level they do nothing. High level they do just as little. They're really, really, really not worth. If you want the definition of not worth, they are it. Right, and another reason to make this a long tutorial is to show you that, well, this is the fastest way to make money. There's a lot of this involved too. You will be doing a lot of towing back and forth. Now, most of his money is actually coming from his cargo, so he had some good stuff on him. Get the troopers back. Now that's a good combat troop, or a good combat officer, holy crap, if you're using railguns, but not for what we're doing. So we are now sitting at 817,000 credits, barely into level 2. Let's start heading down to Corkira. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit here if it's still possible. You can actually find a planet, even if you haven't uncovered it yet, by hovering over the map. I can't seem to find it. No, my knowledge is not that good. Well, we know Kokira's down this way, so we're going to head down here.
Executing PTE protocols.
This is where the good Corvettes are. Well, some of them anyways. But I guess actually we can call this one here. I don't really need to show you guys where to get all the best stuff. I've already shown you the basics of capturing enemy ships, how to improve your chances. Hopefully you found this informative and helpful, and found that while it is the most lucrative way to make money, it's also one of the hardest ways. I mean, like I said, we're already up to 817k. And we pretty much captured a lot of enemy. Well, we didn't even capture that many. We had quite a number of failures in there. So, that is boarding and capturing ships. Hope this was informative. If you have any questions, comments, you can leave them below, or ask in the Steam forum thread. And thanks for watching, everyone.